All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going, everybody? We are just waiting on Hack to go live. Please no pedals. Well, you guys know the deal. Let's go ahead and start the penalty timer. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gauntlet Ascension. I'm your favorite underwater host, Sharky, and today we have quite the matchup ahead of us. Currently, the Rogues on the edge, you can arguably say the bubble, on whether or not they're going to make it into the top 6 to get a guaranteed spot in the playoffs, are going to be facing up against the Grandmasters, fresh off having their 10-match win streak, the longest consecutive match win streak at the start of a season, put to an end by none other than the Wavy Ones. This is an interesting matchup here. We're going to be having Hag versus Hana, Ninja versus Geico, Big Pile versus Kingsman, and Sam Bench versus SB. This match can go either way. And as the time is, we are waiting on... Yeah, it looks like there it is, live. And then we'll be good to go. Players, would you like to do same piece sets? We got a yes from Hana. Your seed is 87 A4 D1. It's 87 Alpha 4 Division 1. Yeah, I bet y'all thought I was gonna say Delta, huh? Alright, looks like we do have it ready from our players here. So let's go ahead and get them counted down. We go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Thank you for the raid, Doc. Bye. Yeah. To start things off, Hana scored the first Tetris. Hag, who hasn't played in a match in quite a while just because of timing constraints, is going to be able to have a chance to kind of show what they're capable of. As things stand right now, Hag will not be playing in the playoffs for the Rogues. Meanwhile, Hana will be. As a matter of fact, the entire Grandmasters rosters will be showing up. And very awkward formation over there for Hag. Was 6 high, so is still going to be able to score Tetris. But this is going to cost some burning. The pieces haven't been too crazy. That goes both ways, not crazy good nor crazy bad. I was going to be able to take an early 3 Tetris lead. Over here for Hag. Hana 167. And really, things have just been incredibly calm. At the moment, both players are playing DAS. Hana does have the ability to roll, so that is a little bit extra that we can see, making Hana one of the more terrifying rubies to play up against. Kind of like how Bergtroll was for the diamonds. Back when he was the diamond, of course. One player's gonna knock down a Tetris 160 to now 215. A little bit annoying pieces over there for Hana. The well is gonna be open just in time. Honestly, this has been a pretty calm 18. With the exception of the beginning where Hag had misstacked some pieces, creating a 6 high overhang. Or 6 high vertical overhang, you could say. These players have been able to stack pretty well here. Beautiful adjustment over there from Hana. 310 for Hana, 251 for Hag. A little bit over the halfway mark too. So we're looking at a 600k transition for Hana and a mid to high 500 for Hag. One player is kind of not able to really score off the present pieces. For Hag does find some success there. Hana had to take a burn, knock down a Tetris, so still holding on to just under a 60,000 point lead. $359 now for Hana, 323 for Hag. Just incredible clean play from both. And then Hana having that little bit of a jump start with having the cleaner opener. Tetris for Hana, 429. Looks like some complications are being encountered by Hag. The T-piece does come, able to execute on the T-spin. But this just gives Hana more opportunities to build a lead. Hag potentially going to set up here for a dirty column 5. Nice adjustment over there for Hana. Hag does get the well open. Hana now having to struggle, but that eyepiece burning the split double is going to be everything that Hana was looking for. Tetris over there for Hag. And Tetris for Hana. Transition is on its way here. One Tetris left available for Hag. One Tetris left available for Hana. 533 to now 479. Hana now Tetris ready. And Hana's actually going to be the first to transition with a 557. Hag follows suits with a 503. This left side's a little bit weary over here for Hana. So Hana's just going to take the triple, bring the stack down. Hag gets set up for the first Tetris of the post-transition. The long bar. There it is. There's the Tetris for Hag. 529. Tetris for Hana. 591. And now there's a long bar dependency on the left-hand side. Hag gonna have to take some burns. It is now 6 high, so able to get that eyepiece over. Hana now already starting to roll. Is experiencing some complications. That left side is massive. Hits the 5-tap, very crucial. He's not out the woods yet. Hits another crucial 5-tap. Now Hana just having to contribute all their efforts to down stacking at the moment. Hag has closed the gap by yet again another Tetris. One more will kind of bring us in the neck and neck territory. However, Hana is almost out of this dig as well. The misdrop over there for Hag. Into the lead after that Tetris, though. Hana would love an eyepiece here. Eyepiece not found, and the piece doesn't make the full placement all the way over to the left-hand side. So now Hana's back in a dig situation. That hang 2. This drought is massive. This drought might be fatal. Hana trying to roll her way out of this one. But it's not going to be any avail. 618 top out for Hana. Hag actually takes game number 1. Oops. Next time, could you intentionally top instead of soft resetting? Go ahead and increment your next 2. That just makes things easier on our people that take stats. Alright, we got it ready from Hana. And there we go. Now we got it ready from Hag. Let's go and get them counted down. Game number 2. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Although Hag was down in the pre-transition, Hana got into a perpetual dig and was banking on a long bar that just did not show up. So currently trailing 1-0. Match is far from over, as a matter of fact. It's just got started. And at the moment, it's Hag in the lead. Great T placement out there for Hana. Fortunate timing on the eyepiece. Or rather, not just the eyepiece, those pieces in general. So Hana's going to run into a slowdown. Going to be looking for an L piece. Couldn't find the L piece in time. That's not going to burn out cleanly. So both players having to deal with some kind of board obstruction. Hana would love a T piece here. There's a T piece. Spin is hit. And Hana's back in a scoring position. Hag this time with an early 2-3 Tetris lead following Hana's Tetris. So 104 to now 144. A little bit tricky there towards, I want to say, around 30 lines. Hana forced to go for a Z flat. Both players actually forced to create holes on different spots of the stack. Well as open for Hana. And Tetris will be scored 155 to now 196. Might be because I'm talking a little bit quieter than I normally do. $162 now for Hana. 245 for Hag. Able to almost build up 100,000 point lead. Hana's going to cut into that a little bit with the Tetris. Still separated by around 4 Tetrises at this point. And both players now with stabilized stacks. So they should be able to keep this amount of scoring. Interesting adjustment over there for Hana. It's going to work out very well, considering that the L piece came relatively soon. And, oh, Hana missed the opportunity to open up the well to utilize that long bar for a Tetris. Still was able to find one relatively soon enough. 258 to now 217. Make that 340 following a Tetris from Hag. Another Tetris will be scored. 281. A little bit of slideshow over here from Hag. But all the same, able to still dig out. I like Hana's approach to that. Beautiful burn on the L. The adjustment. Hana's going to be able to knock down a Tetris. 307 now 388. So we're looking at a high 500 for Hag and a mid to low 500 for Hana. They're a little bit over 2/3 through the pre-transition. Tetris going to be scored over here for Hana. Hag actually running into a slowdown. Going to be looking for an L or a J. Going to go for the T double, actually. And these pieces aren't necessarily cooperative. And just like that, Hana has closed the gap down to 2 Tetrises, and Hag is still not in a scoring position. $429 and now $446. This next Tetris from Hana is going to give Hana the lead. And there it is. Tetris is going to be scored. 451. Hana takes the lead as Had finally gets Tetris ready. All players at 119 lines, and we are closing in on the level 19 transition. 494 to now 474. Tetris will be scored. One more available for both players. Hana can burn 2 lines to try and get the last Tetris before 19. Hag, on the other hand, will transition at 497, and not the best board to transition with either. Hag's going to transition at 522, or not Hag. Hana transitions at 522. Hag transitions at just sub 500k. But oh, players having to deal with some trickiness here. Hag in the midst of survival. Hana trying to get the board into a workable state. Bringing it down this low. Should be able to build, get something started. Great survival there for Hag. Looking for an L or a J. Finds the L into the Tetris. Into the lead. Just barely. Hana with another misdrop here. Going out for the long bar. Does find it. So a Tetris for Hana. But now has to do some down stacking. That O piece was not the most friendly. Hana looking for specific pieces here. Oh, that piece not going all the way over. Hana now in trouble. And the hangs over to the left. I think that's going to do it. Hana's going to top it at 569. Hag is good for game number 2. Once again, Hag, can you please intentionally top out and stop soft resetting so it's easier on our stat takers, please? Got it ready from both players. Let's go and get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. To start things off, Hag has taken a 2-0 lead. Hana has to win this next game in order to continue the set and win 2 games to bring it to a decider, 3 to win the match. And so far, the 18 has been incredibly solid. Square piece not making its way all the way over to the left over there for Hag. Shouldn't be too complicated to deal with. But both players having holes in, well, not similar formations. But neither player is going to be clean for scoring. Hana has taken the lead. But as I was saying earlier, when it comes to 18 play, Hana's just been a cut above Hag. But on 19, really struggled getting things together. There's the Tetris over there for Hana. Ooh, goes for the flat S placement there. Might end up going for a left wheel, we'll have to see. Or a center wheel might actually be trying to be achieved here. Goes for the overhang. It looks like we're in the center wheel now. This piece is not quite accommodating the playstyle that Hana's trying to achieve at the moment. Does find an L piece and a Z, so is Tetris ready? There's Hana's going to score Tetris. 139 now 62. Dirty left with Tetris over there for Hag. It's going to be able to bring the stack down into a much more comfortable board state. As both players now going to transfer the wheel back to the right-hand side. Getting clean at roughly the same amount of time. But Hana will only lead by a Tetris and a half. $191 and now 158. Hag's starting to make a little bit of a comeback here. Good placement over there that accommodates that eyepiece perfectly. The lead that Hana was able to build up just because of having a slightly more efficient opener has basically gone away. Only up by half a Tetris. Line counts are identical. Some more complications being reached over here by Hag. It's going to prevent some scoring, and Hana's taken quite advantage of this. It's extended the lead now. 3-10 for Hana. Nice adjustment. Goes up to 279 for Hag. So both players back into a clean position here. Nice adjustment to accommodate the O over there for Hana. Goes for the single. And the long bar is going to come for a Tetris. Another one's going to be scored. Hag's going to find one Tetris from that, but not another. That O piece is well timed. Great pieces over there for Hag. The left side, which looked like it could have been a concern, is immediately resolved. Oh, but that S piece. Oh, Hag goes for the tuck there. Keeping the well open is going to knock down a Tetris. There's going to have a few burns going to have to be committed here. But a few burns is all that it takes to reopen up the well and knock down a Tetris. 354 to now 428. $255 now for Hag. Gonna go up to, or not 255, I meant to say 355. But added Tetris to go up to 380. We are closing in on the transition. Hana gonna be forced to do some burning here. And will not transition with a Tetris, but will transition clean enough at 459. This time, Hana's gonna stick with Das. Both players on level 19 speeds at the moment. Hana set up for a Tetris, knocks it down. 494. Hag not able to utilize that long bar for a Tetris. Gonna be waiting for the next one. And that misdrop to the left-hand side could be a little problematic. Has to get pieces over to the left. We are in the midst of a drought here. A serious one at that. But there's the long bar. Tetris for Hana, 529, almost a 100,000 point lead, as Hag is doing the best that they can to try and burn out of this, but that's going to be fatal. Hag tops out at 445. Hana stays in this one and takes game number 3. All right, got it ready from both players. Let's go and get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. A lot of blue and white pieces here. No red pieces yet. Oh, there it is. To start things off, Hag able to find a little bit more efficiency here in the opener. One more Tetris more efficient than Hana. And there it is, Hag having to take their first burn. The Tetrises will be scored. There's one, and there's another. So 95 to 115. Bit tricky pieces over here, but Hana's able to still find a way to navigate through. Oh, goes for the S-flat there. Doesn't look like it's the most efficient way. Nice burn setup there. It's going to reopen up the right-hand side. But Hag really making the most of this early opener. 186 here. Now looks like Hag is going to run into a minor burn. Was able to clear it out with one line. And the left side was able to be built up in a ideal fashion. Left side might need to be built up a little bit for Hana. But a Tetris is going to be scored, followed by a couple pieces that's going to allow Hana to burn that out really easily. 280 for Hag, 219 for Hana. Both players doing a fantastic job of managing these pieces over the last 20 lines or so. Hana trails by 3 Tetrises. Perhaps 1 Tetris in actual pace. Waiting on this long bar. There it is. Gonna go for the Z spin, not hold out for the T. Doesn't really have any other spot for a Z piece to go. And a lot of burns are going to be enforced here. Untimely O's. No adjustment on the O piece to accommodate the J. Now a double L dependency. Converts out of it. Now long bar dependent. Just going to go ahead and take the double. And now Hana trails by 100,000 again as Hag proceeds to build on row 2. Hana's just going to take the triple. There's a lot of different options here. Hag getting in danger, going for a tug, manages to have enough dash, but the long bar comes, it hangs. Hag tops out at 402. So Hana needs 403. .403, and we will be staring at a decider. A score definitely achieved before level 19, or a score that can be achieved before level 19. One more Tetris should do it. Oh, no perfect clear. But the score deficit has been cleared. 412, Honda takes game number 2. Or not number 2, but game number 4. Their number 2. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we head to a decider. All right, we got readies from both players. A strong game it was until it was not for Hag, and Hana completing the chase down. The hope of the reverse sweep is here. However, all comes down to this game number 5. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Very unfortunate game over there for Hag. A very aggressive tuck up top and was kind of forced to do it. Didn't really have too many options. Hag able to find the Tetris there. Hana could not. So might be trailing by 1 Tetris early on. Maybe not. Depends on how many burns that Hag has to take. I know Hag is going flawless at the moment. So 1 Tetris is what's going to be separating them here in the opener. $120 to now $160. Tetris for Hana going to go up to $143. Hag actually not Tetris ready for that first long bar, was for the next. The gap might have been closed because of that. All in all, still, Hag still leads by 1 Tetris. Center of the stack was getting a little bit uncomfortable. Long bar is going to be able to bring that down. Should be able to navigate through or find a way to navigate through. S or J dependent. Tetris can't be scored until either of those pieces are received. Does get the J piece. Long bar dependency created in column 5. Now the long bar dependency has to be addressed. Hag on the process of potentially topping out here. Eyepiece doesn't go anywhere. Hag at 234 is going to top out. Hana completes the reverse sweep, and Grandmasters lead the match 1-0. Coming up next, we're going to be having Ninja of Ninjas versus Geico. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. K9, thank you so much for the T1 sub and the 10 gifted subs. Kham, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Alright, players, if you'd like to do same piece sets, please let me know in chat. Alright, Ninja said yes to SPS. Alright. Well, here's your seed. F4 DD99. F4 Delta Delta 99. All right. We got it ready from Ninja. And we got it ready from Geico. Let's go and get them counted down to game number 1. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Grandmasters currently lead the set. Or the series, rather. No, the match. Don't worry. I'll get better at that before playoffs. Grandmasters lead the match 1-0. And in this set, we have Geico versus Ninja. Geico already with a couple of early misdrops. So I'm going to be spending some time early on in the game to fix that up. But can get a Tetris out of this. Decides to take some smart burns. Long bar does come. But all in all, it's back down to a safer spot. Good recovery from that misdrop. Ninja was able to take a 3 Tetris lead as a result. Rather a 2.5. And then Geico's going to cut into that with a Tetris of his own. As things stand right now, both players are in a comfortable spot. Geico pushing down a little bit. And we have, this time, Tapper versus Roller. Tapper on the, or not Roller, versus Daz player. Excuse me. Tapper on the left, Daz player on the right. Last match we have a Daz player versus a Daz roll hybrid. And towards the latter 3 games, Hana main Daz. That switch was enough to win that match. Both of these players will be playing in the playoffs. Geico has been a participant in Gauntlet in previous seasons, but this season has had a profound impact on the Grandmasters, especially over the last couple of games that he's played in. Ninja, on the other hand, his first ever Gauntlet season has been this season. Does have a winning record of 3-2. Right now, he's going to try and find a way to will his way out of the stack. And that's exactly what Geico needed. An opportunity to close the gap. Oh, Ninja actually missed an opportunity to open up the well there. This could actually complicate things as a lot of O pieces are being thrown Ninja's way. Goes for the T-Tuck as opposed for a T-Spin burn. Could try and go for row 3. The board is definitely getting complicated. Geico in the lead, 286 to now 276. Geico staying clean. Ready to score Tetris, just waiting on the next long bar. Gonna take a triple, very disciplined play. Long bar is nowhere to be found. This is a bona fide drought here. But there it is, a Tetris will be scored over there by Geico. Ninja not in any position to score any Tetrises anytime soon, really. It's gonna be spinning the majority of these next few lines, burning. Finally, those setup pieces are going to work out for Ninja. He's going to be able to bring the stack down and get himself back into a scoring position of sorts, maybe. It's actually not entirely clear. There's nowhere on that stack for that Z piece. And just continues to perpetuate itself. This dig is one hell of a dig. And Geico has already built up 100,000 point lead as a result of it. And this all stemmed from a couple of misadjustments or not taking a few burns. And despite having the more efficient opener due to an early top, or not an early top out, but an early misshift over there from Geico, Geico has built up the lead, turned things around completely. And now Ninja in a awkward position yet again. Eyepiece is going to come, going to help burn out a triple. But the transition looms. Geico opens up the well, so we'll get a Tetris. One line left to go before transition. That line is going to be burned right now. There's the transition for Geico at 471. Ninja stack going into disarray quickly. With only 7 lines to go, now 5. He needs to get this board into a position that's survivable. 2 more burn lines go. 3 left before transition, now 2. 1 more available. There it is, Ninja transitions 355, but the stack has been lowered to a workable height. Geico does knock down a Tetris, but now the stack has gone to a little bit of disarray. So he's going to be spending some time burning this out. Trying to recover Das completely, get back into that rhythm. T-spin is hit. Geico would love an I or a J piece. Finds a way to navigate through this. Ninja trying to open up the well. The well is now open. Not going to go for the triple. Actually goes for the skip single and finds the Tetris. 390 now for Ninja. Knocks down another Tetris 417. What a way to come back. Geico spent majority of level 20 and even majority of level 21 just getting the board under control. But under control, he's almost got it. 443 to now 554. 544, pardon me. There's that eyepiece that Geico was looking for. Would need one more here. Set up for a Tetris. Long bar nowhere to be found. There's the long bar for the Tetris. Left side does need to be addressed. Up by 130,000 points. So he does have the advantage as... Oh, nice tuck over there for Ninja. Both players having to deal with various issues over here on level 23 and 22. And simultaneously, both players are actually going to get clean for the most part. Let's say for the most part because Ninja had another misdrop of the S. Geico just going to take the triple. He knows he leads. It's 601 to 473. 130,000 point lead. At this point, Tetrises are worth 30,000 points apiece, so that means that's 4.5 Tetrises that Geico leads. He's going to knock down a Tetris right there. But so is Ninja. 507 and now 636. They're just going to have to step on the gas and going to have to step on it quick. But something's going to stop his acceleration. He's able to knock down a Tetris, but he's going to have to hit the brakes and really find a way to burn out of this efficiently. Geico trying to get Tetris ready. Playing it conservative, playing it safe. Don't want to risk a top out here. There's another Tetris for Geico, 703. It's a 150,000 point lead. That's 5 Tetrises needed for Ninja in order to close this gap. Geico holding out for this long bar. Able to get it over. Very crucial. That left side might be inaccessible. Can go for L flat burn. Goes for an I flat burn instead. 739. Ninja has a chase down of 740. That's 170,000 points. He has to go perfect to stand a chance. Or this is going to involve some heavy 29 play. With a board like this, Ninja just can't get anything working for him. Unless he decides to start rolling, this could be it. And Ninja's going to top out at 585. Geico is good for game number 1. All right, we got it ready from both players. Let's go and get them counted down. Game number 2. We go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And different seeds. Both players go ahead and top out. That's on me. I should have checked. Go to 1-6 or F6, not 1-6, F6. Or yeah, 1-6. Bro, I'm actually scatterbrained right now. Oh my freaking gosh, dude. Actually trolling. So it should be 16 DD 99. Correct. First 2 digits change. So 16 DD 99. All right. Now we have it ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Starting off, both players I'm going to take at least 1 burn line. Ninja had to take 2 and couldn't use either of those long bars for Tetris. But I like the S flat that was set up right there. So both players now on the board, and we are actually tied here. Geico had to take some maintenance burns. Get the board stay into a position that was a bit more comfortable. And actually, it looks like we run into a little bit of another drought. Geico was able to utilize the long bar. Ninja had the well covered at the time. And another drought ensues. Ninja has to get the pieces over to the left. I piece makes his way over, but is now J piece dependent. Gets the well open. And Ninja's going to knock down a Tetris. Staying alive. Definitely a bit scary here. We've had some pretty early droughts. Kind of like RNG break checking these two players. Also, what is up with all the car analogies and metaphors? Break checking is bad. Don't do it. But something that isn't bad is the board over here from Geico. Ninja is set up for a Tetris, but it is on row 3, so it's a little bit elevated. And guess what? We're running into another drought. There's less rows for Ninja to work with. But he does find the long bar in time. There's the Tetris for Ninja. Geico now in a bit of danger. Decided not to go for the L triple. If the eyepiece doesn't come here, Geico topped it at 171. An early top out. Definitely a brutal piece sequence that both players had to endure. And this is now a chase down over here for Ninja. It wouldn't have been an L triple, it would have been an L double at most. I believe 72 was the score that was needed. That's 70. Yep, and 93. Yeah, that's plenty good. Ninja ties up the match 1-1. Also, welcome in Incineroar HPF Runner. One of the most broken competitive Pokemon ever. Both players are ready. Just get them counted down to game number 3. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Very differing approaches on how this board was opened. Looks like Ninja's approach might have been the better of the two. Gonna be able to score the first Tetris. Geico had to spend all of that time just burning. Had an L piece dependency and didn't get the L piece until it was a bit too late. Right now, Geico kind of struggling with these pieces. Does get an eyepiece, so should be able to live a bit longer. It's going to be spinning the next few lines, trying to get the board back under control. But all in all, Ninja going to be able to hold on to a 2 Tetris lead. Maybe more if he can get this well open soon enough and find an ideal piece to tuck underneath. But these pieces are actually very uncomfortable for not just Ninja, but for both players. Geico trying to find a way to get back into scoring position. And same can be said for Ninja. An opportunity that would have allowed Ninja to exponentially increase his lead. It's just not there. But now finally a well has been open for Ninja. The next long bar received will be one that can be used for a Tetris if the well stays open. And it does. $136 now for Geico. 171 at a Tetris goes up to 193 for Ninja. Both players finding a way to get out of the situation. Or not necessarily this situation, but their respective situations. And now they're in a position where regular scoring can be expected as both players knock down a Tetris. Ninja actually finds the second one. 185 for Geico, 240 for Ninja. This is contrary to what we saw in Game 1 and almost in Game 2, where it has been Geico that has been leading on the level 18. Ninja's just made the better placements this time around. Of course, we're 2/3 through the level 18 transition. We will transition level 19 in 40 lines, roughly, for Geico and Ninja. Speeds will increase by 50%. And that's where things are going to get incredibly real for this duo. At the moment, the Grandmasters do have the advantage. They barely won the first set, 3-2. It's also going to be interesting as Geico is closing the lead ever so slightly, trailing by 3 Tetrises at this point, looking for an ideal piece to go over there. Not going to go for the Z-spin, held out for the T-tug, going to go for the Z-flat burn, and that's going to allow for a conversion of a Tetris right there. 333 to now 384, 20 lines remain, give or take a few, for both players before the level 19 transition. This is going to be really interesting too. Geico going to be spending some time trying to get the board under control. With only 5 lines to go, is trying to do it as quickly as possible and as clean as possible too. 2 lines left, unless Geico goes for a dirty here, and he does. He's committing to the dirty Tetris. And he finds it. There's the Tetris for Geico in a transition level 19. 390,000 or 390,000 for Geico and 480 for Ninja. But that left side is a concern. Things could get bad if Ninja can't find a way to navigate through this. Holding out for the long bar. Long bar makes it over, not just 1, but for 2 Tetrises. 529 to now 419. What a close call that was. And now Geico struggling here. Needs to get the board back into scoring position. Looking at these two's past history over this season so far, they have identical post-transition prowess. And in this moment, Ninja with a 100,000 point lead almost is looking to potentially take this game if he's able to keep this up. Geico does find a long bar. Needs one more or something to help burn on that left-hand side. But those hangs over there for Ninja. Hold on a second. Those hangs could be deadly. Ninja's going to top out at 522. But Geico, nice quick tap. But the late skill stop. Geico tops out at 443. Ninja scrapes by with a Game 3 victory. right, we got it ready from both players. Let's go get them counted down. Game number 3. Ninja leads 2-1. Can Geico force a decider? We're about to find out. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. A little bit of a late countdown on my part, but it happens. That game in this match was the first time we seen Ninja lead on level 18. And it led to a win in his favor. This is not the only time we've seen players in Geico's position. We've seen it happen plenty of times before. And to start things off, looks like we're running into an early drought. And Geico, such discipline and such confidence too. First Tetris of the game goes to him. And he's going to find the second one as well. Ninja having to deal with... Oh, wow, that S piece was absolutely terrible. A lot of weight is being put on top of these holes over there in column 5 and column 7. But Ninja is finding a way to navigate through them. That I piece is going to be perfect. Follows up with a J piece, and Ninja should be out of this soon. Looking for a J or an I to go over there on that left-hand side. Gonna go ahead and burn for a double, followed up with a single. Ninja is ready to start scoring some Tetrises. Definitely not the opener that he was looking for. He's yet to score a Tetris this game, but all in all, is still alive. And that's worth something. Geico, however, starting to run into a slowdown of his own. Does get the eyepiece, just going to take the triple. Now, a couple options present itself. Does Geico go for the row 2 here? He's set up for it now. Taking care of that left. As Ninja's really clawed his way back incredibly fast. Down by only a Tetris now. The adjustment. Oh, the hang for Geico. He needs an eyepiece. He needs it now, and he needs to get it over. The adjustment. A blunder. Ninja needs 113. The well is open. A chase down of this size. One would have to hope for something catastrophic to happen. And that catastrophic thing might be rearing its head. But no, Ninja's doing his best to keep the well open. And that Tetris is going to do it. Ninja takes the game, delivering Geico his first loss of the season. The Rogues now tie up the match 1-1. But it's far from over. We can see a sudden death happen. But of course, that depends on the next 2 matches. Don't go anywhere. Up next, we're going to be having Kingsman versus Big Pile. We will be right back. this dude here. Holy cow. Those running on the treadmill on the 19th floor. What the actual heck? Never cease to impress me. Yo, Ninja, thanks for the rate of 5. Still a possibility to play. You could be looking at a sudden death here. Kingsman and Big Pile, would you like SPS? Oh, no SPS. Whoa ho ho. Alright then. Both players are ready. And get this underway. Oh, no SPS. Mr. Kingsman. He's ready to bring the Grandmasters up 2-1. But Big Pile looks like he's setting the pace of this match. Alright. Alright, both players are ready. We can get this underway. Alright, get it ready from both players. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, there we go. In this game, it was opted for no SPS. Of course, during the playoffs, for all players that are able to do it, SPS will be required. But Kingsman has had quite the season here. Big Pile as well. Big Pile coming off of a recent win up against Ivory to help the Rogues in that matchup. And Kingsman also has beaten Ivory too. Just like the entirety of the Grandmasters roster, coming with a vengeance here. They were handed their first loss to the tough team that is the Wavy Ones. A lot of those players finding their stride here in the latter part of the season, similar to what they did last season. And the Grandmasters aiming to take out some of that anger. But right now, RNG's taking out some anger on Kingsman. Kingsman's going to have an early top at 103. Big Pile is already good for game number 1. Already ready to go for game number 2. So let's go ahead and get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What players start off with a O and an L piece? Not necessarily in that order, but those are the same 2 pieces. A little bit of an early scare there, but both players almost neck and neck, separated by mere pushdown points. Actually, it's more like separated by a single. Kingsman's ready for a Tetris, gonna knock one down. Tetris is going to tie these players up 148 to 148. Big Pile still just trying to navigate the stack here. It's not dangerous at... Well, I wouldn't say it's dangerous by no means. But it's definitely something that is manageable at this height, at this current level speed. This level 19, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But Big Pile just shrugs it off. Kingsman knocks down another Tetris, really taking advantage of this. There's Tetris for the king. Goes up to 242. Big Pile with the well now open. A Tetris score goes up to 186. L piece dependent, and ooh, decides to cover it up with a J flat and an accidental double rotation on the T. Shouldn't complicate things too much. A Tetris still can be scored if the well is open. And it does get scored. A little bit of a wake-up call right there. But all in all, both players should be fine here. Kingsman going to go for the triple skim to get Tetris ready. And funnily enough, both players actually have identical bar counts. Oh, the early tuck over there from Kingsman. One of the most difficult misdrops to deal with. And that might be the catalyst for Big Pile to start chasing down this lead. But whoa, hold on. Kingsman finding a couple of clever placements. And Big Pile already going to be struggling tremendously with this board. Just get an eyepiece, still eyepiece dependent, but finds another eyepiece. $359 for Kingsman, $279 for Big Pile. And looks like both players are going to be fine. We are closing in on the level 19 transition here. Kingsman had an early top out in game 1. So with a lead of this size, he will have an advantage going into the transition here in game number 2. Big Pile will transition on the next 2 Tetrises. Kingsman has 5 that can actually be scored. A little bit shaky there. Kingsman finds 1 of them. 3 more available with 1 burn line in hand. Otherwise 2 with 5. There's 1. Kingsman's going to go ahead and take the double. Big Pile transitions at 388. Kingsman, on the other hand, set up for one last Tetris before level 19. Goes into transition at 472. The advantage is his, but the game is just halfway started. We're in the post-transition now. Speeds are higher. Pieces are falling faster, and both these Daz players are going to have to deal with managing their control. Right now, Big Pile trying to manage these pieces. Nicely done. Makes it over to the left. Trying to find a way to get out of this one. Kingsman lead by... Ooh. T-spin missed over there for King. Things are falling apart fast for both players. King tops out at 486. Big Pile tops out at 405. King is good and ties up the match 1-1. All right. We have it ready from both players. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. We are tied 1-1. Let's see who breaks that tie here in game number 3. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. '18 was rather decisive in King's favor. Big Pile just got stuck in a lot of heavy perpetual digs. And on 19, King just simply was able to top out with enough points ahead of Big Pile. But King now already having to respect... Oh, no. That's going to be an early top out for Tetris on the board for King. Big Pile takes game number 3. Okay, cool. Tag impression. What are you talking about, dude? Ah, gotcha. I know what you mean. All right, Big Pile is up 2-1. Let's see if King can bring us to a decider. We're going 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Start the game. King does knock down a Tetris. Actually, Big Pile finds a dirty Tetris there. So a few more burns coming over there from Big Pile. So it's not going to fall behind. King. Ooh. The misdrop is a bit of a concern. He's keeping the well open. All right, there's the long bar. Now King can focus his energy towards burning this out. Okay, the approach that King is taking is actually really interesting. He does currently lead by less than a Tetris. Not getting the pieces needed to avoid perpetuating this burn in this column 4. And that Tetris for Big Pile is going to bring Big Pile into the lead. Big Pile actually a bit uncomfortable. It is definitely down stackable. Oh, hold on a second. Tuck is executed. No, Big Pile should be fine. Those pieces were very kind. That could have got scary real fast. King does utilize this opportunity to build up a 1 Tetris lead. Just going to take the triple here. I don't want to play too aggressive. He's down by 1 game. Going to take some pressure off his captain. Want to give his team that buffer of potentially falling to sudden death if SV loses, as opposed to SV having a forced sudden death. This last captain's match we had between these two teams when they played way back in the first half of the season, it came down to the wire between the captains, with SV winning 4-3 after having to pull off basically a reverse sweep in the best of 7. Meaning that in normal circumstances, SV actually would have lost that match. $180 for Big Pile, $288 for Kingsman. Yet again, Kingsman has found a way to build up a 100,000 point lead. Big Pile just struggling to kind of get anything going consecutively. RNG's not doing him too many favors either. RNG's going to need to do Kingsman a favor here. This long bar dependency doesn't really find a solution. Nice split double, and this is actually Big Pile's opportunity. This Kingsman's going to be looking for another I piece. Or an L. Nice J flat. And there's that I piece that the King was looking for. Oh, that O piece was nasty. 323 for Kingsman. Having a down stack, and this is Big Pile's prime opportunity. Nice delay burn over there for the King. Big Pile closes the gap to just being down by 1 Tetris. great burns over here for Kingsman. Doing his best to survive. Would love... Oh, that eyepiece actually going to work out. Kingsman only a few burns away from bringing back into scoring position, as Big Pile has basically nullified the entire lead that Kingsman had. But hold on, a long bar dependency over here for Big Pile. This could get deadly, and this could get deadly fast. Big Pile needs an eyepiece. He needs it before it gets too high. Can't get anything over. Hang on column 4. Kingsman takes game number 4. We're going yet again to a decider. Good thing for the king, too, because this stack is not one that I'd like to transition with. Yeah, no eyepiece was coming either. Yikes. Ping the captains, make sure they get ready. All right, we got it ready from both players. A decider. Winner of this gives their team the advantage in the captain's match. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. First touch of the game goes to Big Pile early on. Kingsman, duel is open. He's just going to take a triple. In a decider, the last thing you want to do is have an early top out. Neither player has any more games to fall back on. Kingsman with the exaggerated double wide approach. With an early lack of long bars, or rather good long bar timing, it's understandable why he would take set approach. We're a Big Pile with a little mini secret grade building up there in the center. It brought it out of 3 to now 2. But this is going to allow Kingsman to take the early lead here. Remember, Kingsman love to see that eyepiece, and there it is. Oh, the early shift over there from Kingsman. Oh no. Kingsman, inaccurate decisions being made up top, and there's the top out at 82. Big Pile needs 83. Bless me. Bro, a little speed walk because of Twitch catching up. One more line clear, and that double's good enough. Big Pile takes the decider. The Rogues now lead 2-1. Story of this set was a story of a ton of early top outs. 4 out of 5 games. And Big Pile literally taking a victory lap. But that means, ladies and gentlemen, comes down to the captains. Will we see a sudden death? Or will the Rogues hand the Grandmasters their second loss of the season. We'll be right back to find the answer to that question. We do have Sam Finch here warming up. We are waiting here from SV. Once the timer is up, we'll start the penalty timer. Haven't heard anything from SV yet. Oh, okay, you're live? Wait. Oh, that's Twitch acting up. That's on me. My apologies. On me. All right. Looks like we got it ready from both of our captains. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and get them counted down. SV needs to win this match, or win this set in order to bring us to a sudden death. Sam Finch needs to win this match to put the Grandmasters down to 10-2. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So in the last match that these two had up against each other here in Gauntlet, due to the circumstances of that match, it was a best of 7 as opposed to a best of 5. Sam Finch had taken a 3-0 lead, if I'm not mistaken. And then SV was able to pull it back and close it out in Game 7. Well, it was 3-1 lead. Not 3-0, but 3-1 lead. And SV was able to win 3 straight games. So what that means is that this can go in either player's favor. Especially that was the first half of the season. That was match number 17. Right now we're at match number 63. So a lot has changed. Both players getting things underway here on level 18. Sam Finch with the current advantage, 235. SV may actually be able to bring the stack down at 228. So Tetris for Sam Finch on the left side, and that's going to open up the right-hand side as well. SV. Oh, Sam Finch is actually in trouble. Wait, that long bar might have actually saved him. Oh, the clutch placements right there for Sam. Was up at the literal top of the board. Perfect pieces. SV is going to be able to take a lead. But what a clutch that was for Sam. A dirty Tetris too. 301 and out, 322. Sam might be leading by, or down by 2 Tetrises. But that survival was insane. $373 now for Sam Finch. SV at 394. Another Tetris will be scored there. $20 lines left before level 19. Both of these players will be ready to go into faster speeds. A little bit of turbulence encountered along the way. But all in all, things should be fine. SV was up at the top there for a moment. Able to find good pieces that'll burn down. This is exactly what Sam Finch needs. Like SP's line of thinking here. The pieces just aren't accommodating what he's trying to accomplish. SV is going to open up the well. There's the Tetris for Sam Finch, a 539 transition. And SV with a 549 transition. 10,000 points is what separates these two players. There's another Tetris for SV. And another one for Sam Finch, as SV is now long bar dependent on the left-hand side. Not going to go aggressive, not going to set up the dirty Tetris, just going to burn this all the way down. 10,000 points is what separates these two. Oh, now for the next long bar, as SV is set up for a traditional Tetris. Sam Finch is set up for one in the center. There's a long bar. There's the Tetris for SV, 615. Sam Finch, the well wasn't open when the long bar came. Now he's waiting on the next one. But who knows when that next one will arrive. There it is. There's the Tetris for both players, 641 and now 628. And oh, those pieces are perfect for Sam. Both players now back to the right-hand side on ground zero. There's a Tetris for SV. And there's a Tetris for Sam. 660 to now 671. Another Tetris for SV. And another Tetris for Sam. Both players putting equal amounts of pressure. The lead hasn't really changed since we've hit transition. We're still separated by that 10,000 points. Now we're running into a drought. There's a triple force over there for Sam and a Tetris for SV. And ooh, SV missing the T-spin there. But it's going to be fine. There's a Tetris for SV. Sam Finch was just shy of being Tetris ready, but he's going to knock down another one. 784 to now 820. SV now has gone up to a Tetris and a third lead. On level 24, Tetrises are worth 30,000 points and more from this point forward. As oh, Sam Finch with the missed rotation. Now Sam Finch is going to have to downstack. Oh my gosh, no way you find that T-spin there. Beautiful execution on Sam Finch's part. He's bringing the stack down, goes for the L flat. There's two lines that are burned out right there. There's another tremendous downstacking effort over here from Sam Finch. And is he going to go for it? Yeah, he's going for it. He's setting up for the dirty Tetris. But that left side, that's going to do it. No long bar in sight. Sam Finch tops it at 799. SV is good for game number one. That T-spin was crazy. What the freaking heck? Dude, the timing on that had to be hella tight. And wait. All right, there's the max for SV. And goes into 29, 874. Okay, so should be 4A. 4A should be your next seed. All these players are putting seeds. I had an interesting idea. It was like, what if sudden death? Everyone had to play on one seed. Obviously, it wouldn't. If this game goes to sudden death, it wouldn't be for this. But something interesting. Well, you guys showing that. Both of these players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. Game number 2. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, looks like a misstep over there from Sam Finch. But it's actually crazy how both of these players found the exact same kind of stacking decisions in the opening. Considering how unorthodox the stacking was, really emphasizing vertical space in the beginning. SV looking for an L piece. L piece nowhere to be found. So this is going to complicate things. Whoa, what a delay burn setup over there on that J. Sam Finch is going to be able to take advantage, as the SV had to forego using not one but two long bars for a Tetris. but is ready for this next one whenever it comes. And there it is. Good timing on that bar for our Sam Finch too, right after hitting the S-spin. Still, really complicated pieces for SV, but he's able to find a way to navigate through. 124 for SV, 99, well now 106 for Sam. And Sam actually had to take some burns there. SV held out. Wow, those eyepieces stacked up over the left too. Once again, separated by just under this Tetris moniker. Story that's just so common between these two. And Tetris for both 176 to 194. $244 for SV, 223 for Sam. Read 21. Both players just really found. Ooh, well, hold on. SV might actually just opt to go for row 2 here. Not really given too many options, given those pieces. And just like that, Sam has kind of tied up the game. Has taken the lead, actually, very slightly. There's about a Tetris ahead in pace. SV getting set up for the perfect well transfer. Able to find it. He's just going to take one burn. The will's back over to the right-hand side. These S's being quite annoying here for SV. Goes for that L tuck. Didn't really have too many other options there with said L piece. And oh my gosh, we were tied there for a second. A mid-game tie. But SV is going to be forced to do some burning here. But the well has been reopened. There's a Tetris for SV. We're closing in on level 19 transition. Looks like this time around, Sam Finch will have the advantage. Even though last time the advantage wasn't that big. Oh my gosh, SV went for the delayed bits. He's going for this last Tetris. And he finds it. SV transitions at 499. Knocks down a Tetris. Sam Finch will transition at 563. Beautiful overhangs too. There it is. Tetris over there for Sam Finch goes up to 587. SV takes the triple there. Didn't really have any opportunity to score up either of those long bars. But Sam Finch holding out for one, able to find it. 616 now for Sam. 588 for SV, who's up by a full level too. So during the later points in the game, at least the post-transition, that could translate as to a 100,000 point lead, potentially in pace over there for Sam Finch. Of course, we got to make it there. SV taking 2 quick burns, opens up the well, 646 to now 698. Added Tetris for Sam Finch, that's going to go up to 725. Both players level 22. It's a Tetris for Sam. And a Tetris for SV. Goes up to 677 as Sam went up to 753. No Tetris for SV, starting to put on some pressure as Sam having to deal with this drought. The well is covered. Finds a way to open it up just in time. Both players knocked down a Tetris. 786 to now 739. No Tetris for Sam, but his formation might be a little bit tricky to resolve. Able to execute the double tuck. Still has a J-piece dependency. Converts it to an L. Beautiful flat burns over there from Sam. Having to maneuver around this spire in the center. And the Tetris will be scored. 800,000 for SV to Sam's 850. We're closing in on the level 29. 3 levels to go. And Sam Finch has been holding on to this one near 40,000 to 70,000 point lead. And he still has the pace advantage too. SV, Tetris ready. Does a nice little skim. Knocks down a Tetris. 880 to now 948. No, Tetris for SV goes up to 923. There is 958. Another Tetris. Sam Finch is already maxed here on level 27. SV will be taking us to level 29 here. Oh my gosh, look at these overhangs over here from SV. There's a Tetris. 29 we go. 832. SV down by 100,000 points as Sam Finch is setting up for one last Tetris before level 29. SV Tetris ready. Holding out for the long bar. Waiting patiently. Sam Finch the board. He knocks in a Tetris but has a hold to deal with. SV still waiting on this long bar. Nowhere to be found. Now the left side's in danger. Can he do anything? No, he can't. SV tops out at A68. Sam Finch at CO2 is going to tie us up 1-1. Very droughty seed. But Sam Finch was able to make the most of it. Not the SV flu again. It should be 5B. Oh, looks like they're already ready to go, so they don't need me. Let's go and get them counted down as both players are tied 1-1. Let's see who's going to break that tie. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And already a little bit of awkwardness here in the opening from Sam. He's able to resolve it with only a single burn line. However, that resolution doesn't mean that he's able to set up Tetris. Oh. Able to set up for a Tetris with that single burn line. So SV will be in the lead here slightly. A lot of burns were forced on both players here in the opener. Beautiful overhang on that S. Oh, Tetris over here for SV. 117 here in the opener. The first 20 lines. And already an L piece that nothing can really be done with. Oh, I like that adjustment. The J piece would have worked perfectly fine, but with the I piece that burns out the triple and that gets that well opened up a lot sooner. And SV goes aggressive for the bits. He finds it. And finds the J piece to fill in dependency. Follows up with a Tetris. Some very flexible play. And that's what you have to do up against players in the captain division. I mean, throughout all of that, Sam Finch only trails by a Tetris and a half. .242 now for SV. Sam Finch at 216. Of course, SV having a little bit more pressure. Well, I guess it depends on how you're looking at it. Both players are experiencing pressure here. This is game 3, the game to give you an advantage and to put you one game away from giving your team the desired outcome. In SV's case, he wants to win this game, and then by subsequently winning the match, to force a sudden death so the Grandmasters can still have a chance of walking away with this one. Sam Finch, he wants to win this game and subsequently the match to not only have the upset of defeating the Grandmasters, the strongest team so far this season, but then also put them on a good path for staying in the top 6. But right now, the player that's staying on top out of these two is SV with a 2 Tetris lead. And oh, the missed S-spin. Saw the proper adjustment. Wasn't able to make the most, or not, I say S-spin, missed the T-spin. Wasn't able to make the most of it. That's going to actually cost SV 1 Tetris of his lead. Oh, the dirty Tetris in the center. Then opens up the hole that's on the left-hand side. And the adjustment on the T to accommodate the I. These adjustments are so incredibly accurate over here from SV. Even though all after that's said and done, we might be neck and neck on pace. Tetris will be scored for SV. 440 to now 394. And there it is. We had a tie there for a second. We were separated. Now we're separated by a double and a Tetris. But that just goes to show how close it is for us to tie in the middle of the game. This is the second time this has happened in this match. There's actually a chance we could tie again, maybe. No, burns are being forced over here on Sam Finch's side. A little bit uncomfortable board state here. But Sam Finch is going to have a clean board. SB knocks down a Tetris 535. One more available to him, and he finds that last one. Transitions at 559. This is game number 3 post-transition as Sam Finch's transitions at 540. Really close here in the opener. Or not the opener, at the transition. We're way past the opener. But this is the opening to level 19 as Sam Finch knocks down another Tetris. 589 to now 609. Another Tetris for Sam Finch brings us up to 614. So Sam Finch does have the lead. However, SV is going to knock down Tetris. Nice little adjustment over there for Sam Finch. And SV is going to answer with another Tetris. Trying to put some pressure early on Sam Finch to match this efficiency, because we are basically neck and neck. There's one Tetris for Sam Finch, and he's set up for another. And he finds that one as well, but SV counters. What an overhang over there from Sam Finch. 667 and now 690. Beautiful tuck and spin execution over there from SV. That's kind of been the story of SV this entire game, finding these incredible burns and clean setups. Look at that. There's one right there. Goes for the eye spin. Takes the burn. It's going to be 2 burns over there, but it opens up the well just in time for a Tetris. Masterful work over here from SV. Sam Finch starting to fall behind, though. Does find a Tetris, but he trails by just under 1 Tetris here on level 22. Looks like things have kind of calmed down. There's a Tetris over there for Sam Finch. Actually back into the lead. He has the advantage in lines, so he might be leading in pace ever so slightly. 791 to now 789. Well is open. There's a Tetris over there for Sam Finch. Whoa, hold on. We are 20 points away from a tie. You literally can't get any closer than that. We almost tied mid-game. 855 to now 852. Sam Finch knocks down a Tetris. He holds the advantage here. Another Tetris over there for Sam Finch. 914 to now 886. SV. Oh, I like that flat burn. It's going to give him an opportunity to try and get this open. Nice T-piece. There's another Tetris for SV. 921 going to level 26. We're looking at a couple of 26 maxes. 1.1s are on the table. Maybe even a 1.2 for Sam Finch if he's able to play these latter 3 levels pretty efficiently. However, we're waiting on this next long bar. There it is, Tetris for SV. As he waits on the next one. Sam Finch takes a double into a Tetris. There's the max, A14. That's 1,014,000 points. There's the max for SV, A22. Sam Finch goes up to A47. No Tetris over here for SV, A57 and now A81. It's going to come down to 29 play. SV just can't claw his way back into keeping a lead. But Sam Finch going to run into a slowdown. Failure to utilize some of these long bars opens up the well at the last possible second. B6 or B18. Now for Sam Finch, a triple force on SV's part. But he knocks down a Tetris, goes up to B32 in the lead at the moment. While Sam Finch, oh my gosh, goes for the stand-up. He's setting up. No, he's just going to burn it all the way down. B46 to now B75. Sam Finch with a 1 Tetris lead. SV gets set up for the Tetris, knocks it down, goes back into the lead. B84 to now B80. Both players are on level 30. Sam Finch, nice flat burn. SV needs a long bar, needs something to... Oh, there it is. There's a column 3 Tetris for SV. Now, what does he do? Does he burn this down or does he keep on going for it? Now a long bar dependent. Going to knock down a triple. C40 to now C26. Sam Finch, things are spiraling out of control. Can he get a piece over to the left? No, he cannot. Not able to get any further burns. SV takes game number 3. What a back and forth game all the way through. But at the end, SV was just a little bit better. Phenomenal play from both. Absolutely ridiculous. Welcome in, Tetris Cyclist. Little birdie told me that Harry Hong might return in some fashion soon. Who knows? That is correct, 6C. Might actually have to reschedule sudden death. But that's if we get there. There's still 1 to maybe 2 games left to be played, and these players are ready to play out one of those. Let's go and get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What a game that was. It was close at various points. I mean, we were separated by 20 points at one moment in the post-transition. Even on level 18, we had a tie towards the latter part of it. This game just goes to show you just how back and forth it is and how strong these captains are. Because all teams will be given the opportunity to play in the playoff environment. And even if Sam Finch and the Rogues aren't able to make the top 6, as it stands right now, they would be bunched up with top-down Team Eternals, the Sparks and Minos, unless they can turn their season around. And of course, them. But also, that also depends on the Drywellers. Drywellers have not been having a strong showing this season so far. Of course, this is the biggest obstacle that the Rogues had in the remaining matches. Last few matches that the Rogues have this season are up against the Millionaires, the Sparks and Minos, and Team Eternal. Millionaires, a team they beat before. So it's not impossible. Of course, it's going to be very dependent on their supporting roster. But that's in the future, near or far. Right now, let's talk about the present. 240,000 for Sam Finch, 216 for SV. And as things stand, it's a very close game. 3,000 points is all that separate us here so far. And oh, Sam Finch passing up on a Tetris there. Shouldn't be too problematic. There's another long bar to help him score. I like that. Great play over there from Sam Finch. SV trying to open up the well here. Or not the well. Well, yeah, open up the well and open up these specific holes. Spin is hit. And just like that, this one short moment that SV is spent burning, that allowed Sam to convert that into a 2 Tetris lead. Potentially more, as these pieces haven't been the kindest to SV. Now he's going to have to take some more burns here. There's not even too many like dirty Tetris setups that he can do, because you know that he's fond of those kind of setups. So SV's just going to fall behind. And Sam Finch, well, I take that back. There's the dirty Tetris over there for SV. Another dirty Tetris over there for SV. Despite all this, he's still finding ways to be efficient, or as efficient as he can be. He trails by almost 100,000 points, though. Sam Finch is looking to give us a 650. $517 for Sam Finch, $459 for SV. We're looking at a mid to high 500k for SV, and we're looking at a 600k easily for Sam Finch, getting in that territory of a 670. If there was a game that you need to try and bring you back into this one, getting a 670 or just a high 600 is what you need. However, what SV needs is ways to try and burn out of this. Very uncomfortable piece sequence here. Just needs a J or an I. Either or would work. And receives neither. There's the I piece. One Tetris will be available for SV to still walk away with a 500k transition. Takes the triple. The 500 is guaranteed. SV transitions 503. Up incredibly high. Can he find his way out of this one, though? Holding out for this long bar. And there it is. Tetris for SV. Sam Finch at transition. Around the 600Ks. And now he's experiencing some problems. Going to be preventing him from scoring. SV at 691. Has closed the gap, but is so far ahead. Ahead by a full level almost. And Sam Finch is almost done. He's ready to be done burning. Setting up for the column 7. Knocks it down. And, ooh, the early tuck over there from Sam Finch. And, wow, this is actually very problematic. There's not a lot of efficient ways to find ways to burn out of this. 672 now for SV. 685 for Sam Finch. Sam Finch is now burned all the way down to the bottom. That was exactly what SV needed. A slowdown of that size for Sam Finch that kind of puts him back into this game somewhat. There is still that score discrepancy, or the line discrepancy. But now we are almost neck and neck in score. SV takes the lead at 735. Oh, goes for the vertical J-tuck as opposed to the horizontal. Get Tetris ready early. Knocks down the Tetris over there. 765 over there for SV. A triple force over there for Sam Finch. But remember, Sam Finch does have lines in hand. Waiting for the long bar. Not finding it. Opens up the well. Waiting patiently. And is rewarded. 756 to now 797. And, ooh, how is SV going to deal with this? I can see he's looking for certain pieces. No piece for that tuck. Does he decide to go for this? Yes, looks like he will. Column 7 Tetris over there for SV. 870 and now 800,000 flat. The advantage is in Sam Finch's favor. However, he has to convert on those Tetrises to realize said advantage. SV at 904. We're looking at a max out here on level 27 going into potentially level 28. Another Tetris over there for SV. One more will give us the max. Sam Finch trying to do everything here. A04 already for SV. 2 more available to him. 910 for Sam Finch. He's lost so much pace. But SV is about to take us into 29. There is B12 is SV's score. Nice 5-tap on the eyepiece. Oh, a little bit of trickiness. Able to slide that S-piece underneath. Another crucial 5-tap hip over there for SV. A13 is Sam Finch's score. He will transition lower than what SV did. So SV just really having a stronger post this time around. SV is now Tetris ready. Beautiful delay burn. Tetris for SV. B73. Sam Finch is hit 29. He's at A60 at the moment. This is it. Sam Finch has to win this game in order to bring us to a decider. There's a Tetris for Sam Finch. Goes up to B flat. SV at B93. SV now set up for the Tetris. Knocks it down. Level 32 Tetris C33. Sam Finch is at B16, trying to get the board under control, trying to get into a position where he can score. But no, he's going to have to take some burns. There's another Tetris over there from SV. Goes up to C78, and he's set up for another one. SV holding out for the long bar, waiting on the long bar. Long bar's not coming. Finally gets it, able to go to D20. But how is he going to downstack out of this? Can't get anything over the left. D21 is the chase down for Sam Finch. Can he do it, though? He has plenty of time to do so. He's set up for the Tetris, knocks it down. B77. D21 is the score that Sam Finch needs. Sam Finch setting up for the center well, but he's running to right around that spot. No, he finds the Tetris. 2 more remain. Not quite line out territory yet. So Sam has to find these 2 Tetrises. Will we see a decider? Oh, hold on. There's a little bit of shakiness being introduced. 3 levels left. Sam Finch taking some burns. It looks like he's trying to get Tetris ready. He's set up. There's the Tetris. D18. D20, and that's good enough. Sam Finch brings us to a decider with a meticulously played chase down. Excellently done. Reminiscent of what we saw in their first match between these two here this season. We are back again at a decider. Even though in the beginning of the season, it was a best of 7. This is a best of 5. Tremendously played. It was the chase down on 29, yes. Monthly Tetris, thanks for the raid. You guys are just in time for the decider. And it looks like these players are ready to go too. Oh, that is true. SB, make sure you have a double kill screen on. Didn't even see that. Because it could happen. Once SB puts double kill screen on, then we're good to go. Alright. Let's go and get them counted down to the decider. Will we see a sudden death to be potentially played at a later date? Or is this match ending here and now? We're about to find out. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. What a game. What a set that this has been. This has been close all the way through. Last game was the first game where we saw just a real degree of separation from either of these players. We've had these players tie twice mid-game in this set. We had an almost tie, being separated by 20 points on the post-transition in game number 3. The pressure is real here. SV, with the better opener here, has taken 4 burn lines. Sam Finch, a little bit more than that. Forced to do some delay burns on SV's part. But all in all, Really close game here. The numbers that these players have been putting up have been so incredibly strong. $193 for SV, 171 for Sam Finch. He's going to add a Tetris score up to 194. And there it is. We have a tie. SV's going to have to take some burns, so that's going to break the tie. Just goes to show how close these two are. And SV, this left side. This left side's dangerous. Needs an IPs. Gets it over to the left. We could have been getting ready to raid another channel right there. Crucial 5-tap. Another Tetris will be scored. And he's waiting for another one potentially. And there it is. There's that third one. Looks like SV actually might decide to continue to go with this column 3. A little bit hard to maintain if you're not getting the pieces for this awkward center that has been developed. But SV does find said pieces. 294 to now 322. And SV's gonna knock down another Tetris. Oh, beautiful eye placement. That's going to allow for that L burn. And he's ready for another Tetris here. There it is. Tetris going to be scored. 344 to now 346. Throughout all that, SV has been able to bring this back into a close game. We're separated by 2,000 points. And this is with SV maintaining a... Okay, he's not going to go for the Vits. I thought for a second he was going to set it up. Instead, he sets up a really clever delay burn with those O's. We are synchronized on pieces. Sam Finch with a 1 Tetris lead at the moment. Beautiful burn over there from SV. And it looks like he's going to continue to maintain this. We are closing in on the level 19 transition. Less than 30 lines away. No more games in hand. This is SV's last chance to bring the Grandmasters to a sudden death. Tetris will be scored. 446 for SV, 484 for Sam Finch. Three Tetrises remain. Beautiful adjustment on SV's part. Sam Finch with the advantage. We're looking at another high transition on his part. Mid 500. Maybe the upper bound of what you would consider mid transition. 2 Tetrises available for Sam. 2 available for SV with no burns. Sam takes the triple. 1 line left to go. Sam Finch transitions. 527. SV holding out for this long bar. SV will transition. 520. 7,000 points is what separates them at transition. A 40-bar transition, so RNG has not been handing out the bars for these players. They're doing the best of what they can with the pieces. Sam Finch having to take some burns. Eyepiece was not able to be utilized for a Tetris. SV set up, knocks down a Tetris, 576, 607. SV down by 1 Tetris, but he is Tetris ready, but so is Sam Finch. Another Tetris going to be scored over there by SV, goes up to 602. Sam Finch in the lead by 9,000 points, knocks down a Tetris, trying to generate some separation between the two. SV now creates a long bar dependency, a couple of unwanted holes, but he finds a way to actually burn out of it. He's setting up a couple delayed burns. A T-piece would be great here, but doesn't find it. Finds an alternative solution instead. Beautiful flat burn. Another Tetris going to be scored over there from SV. But now, how is he going to find himself into a consistent scoring position? Sam Finch is up by 60,000 points. There's another Tetris for Sam Finch, and oh my gosh, SV's going for it. Setting up for the column 6 here. We saw how long he was able to maintain a column 3. Knocks it down. 667 now for SV. 724 for Sam Finch. Another Tetris over there for Sam Finch. Goes up to 754. SV knocks down a Tetris. That was in column 2. At this point, we're playing Tetris bingo with how flexible he's been able to maneuver this well around. Another Tetris over there for SV. Sam Finch. Now, a little bit of complications have arisen. There's a log bar dependency over there on column 1. He does find the Tetris first and fills in the log bar dependency next. But now he's waiting on the eyepiece. Eyepiece comes. 756 now for Sam. Or not for Sam, for SV. Nice Tetris is going to be scored. SV. Ooh, this is actually pretty precarious. Long bar dependent. Column 2. There's the long bar. Gonna go for the S-flat placement. Didn't really have too many other options. S-piece makes its way all the way over to the left. Nice double rotation. SV running into a slowdown. This is Sam Finch's opportunity. Extend that lead and extend he shall, but no, SV cuts it back down. 822 to now 890. There's another Tetris set up over there for SV and converted. And another Tetris for SV. 886 to now 922. And that's from... Oh, hold on. SV, long bar dependent. Hits the T-spin. There's the long bar. Second one, third one, fourth one. None of them could be used for a Tetris. Brutal sequence over there for SV's current board. T-spin hit. Dependency fills. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful burns over there for SV. Sam Finch will transition to level 29 following 3 Tetrises. There's one. 830. SV opens up the well. He will transition to the next 3 Tetrises. There's the Tetris for SV. 866 to now 947. This is it. This is the last stand. He has to take this game in order to force his sudden death. But Sam Finch, the board is going into disarray early on the level 29. SV goes to 29, knocks out a triple. 996 to now 879. Sam Finch is doing everything he can to survive. He does lead, but SV is clean. This is SV's opportunity. He's set up for the Tetris, and he knocks it down, but the T-piece doesn't make it all the way over to the left. Sam Finch is doing the best that he can to survive here, and he's doing a valiant effort. That left side can be a concern. Eyepiece goes all the way over to the left. SV trails by now a Tetris and a half. Just like that, Sam Finch is out of the claws of danger, bringing the stack down. This is it. Game 5 comes to a 29 battle. Both players down at the bottom of the board. SV trying to get Tetris ready. Not going to go for the column 9 placement on the long bar. Just looking for pieces, and he's not getting what he's looking for. Having to take these birds. He now trails by 60,000 points. Sam Finch trying to get the board into a position where he can score. Both players looking for something to work with, and RNG is giving them nothing. Sam Finch knocks down a Tetris. What a dagger. That's going to set SV back. C13 to now A87. But now Sam Finch is in trouble. SV looks like he's finally ready. He's trying to get set up. He's holding out for the right pieces. SV is now set up for the Tetris. Had to take a triple. Brings him out of Tetris readiness. 2 long bars. Neither could be used for a Tetris again. But he finds one on that 3rd long bar. B49 to C29. Sam Finch is up at around the middle of the stack. SV now back into scoring position, but no, he's going to burn down. We are running out of time. We are closing in on level 39. We have 3 levels left for Sam Finch. He's done it for the Tetris and knocks it down. C86 now for Sam Finch. B74 for SV. Now SV trying to get set up here on level 20 or level 36. SV would love to get a J piece here. J piece not found. Uses the I piece instead. Things are getting complicated for SV. He's doing the best that he can. The stack is now getting higher and higher. Sam Finch has now built up a comfortable lead. SV has to go aggressive. Only 2 levels left before level 29. But hold on. There might be an opportunity. No, Sam Finch is going to top out. And so does SV. Sam Finch clutching out game number 5. The Rogues hand the Grandmasters their 2nd loss in a row. Following a tremendous game being played by both. SV just could not get Tetris ready on the post transition. And Sam Finch was able to find some success. And that some success was enough to move mountains. Grandmasters drop down to a 10-2 record, and the Rogues keep their contention for the top 6 in the playoffs. What a match! And holy cow, I mean, not to pat myself on the back, But dude, I think I did a hella good job casting that one. Goodness gracious, dude. What a game, what a match. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. The Rogues' second time this season pulling off a major upset. Wintera, I'm a professional voiceover artist. I do voice stuff for a living. And I've been commentating for almost 5 years. The real question you should ask is how GD doesn't lose his voice. I have no idea how he does. Goodness gracious, man. What a game. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is in fact going to do it for this matchup. To keep up to date on all things Gauntlet and such, make sure you join the Gauntlet Discord server. There's a lot to look forward to in the remainder half of the season. But that being said, we're gonna find someone to raid. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.